Being human sucks. Let us just admit that. You are a puppet being pulled by strings you did not tie. You see someone attractive and your brain floods with chemicals before you can even think. Someone insults you and your heart rate spikes. Your face flushes, your fists clench. You did not choose any of this. You did not consent to jealousy, to lust, to anxiety, to the endless chatter of a mind that will not shut up. You are a biological machine running software you never installed. And for most of human history, this was just the way things were. But now we know better. We know the biochemical reactions. We know the neural pathways. We know the triggers. And the question becomes, can you override the firmware? Can you stop being human, or at least stop being a slave to what it means to be human, while still feeling alive? Let us start with the problem. You are a creature of habit. The basal ganglia, a structure deep in your brain, automates repeated behaviors so you do not have to think about them. This is efficient. It is also a prison. Every time you react with jealousy, you strengthen the neural pathway for jealousy. Every time you give in to lust, you make it easier to give in next time. Every time you scroll mindlessly, you deepen the groove. Your brain is a path through a forest. The more you walk a trail, the wider and deeper it becomes. Eventually, you cannot walk anywhere else. This is why breaking a habit feels impossible. You are not fighting a decision. You are fighting the physical structure of your own brain. The Stoics understood this 2,000 years ago without knowing a single word of neuroscience. Epictetus wrote that no man is free who is not master of himself. He meant that until you can observe your own impulses and choose whether to act on them, you are not a person. You are a predictable machine. Now look at the biochemical layer. Dopamine is not a pleasure chemical. It is a wanting chemical. It fires when you anticipate a reward, not when you get it. This means your brain is designed to keep you unsatisfied. It wants you wanting, not having. Oxytocin bonds you to people whether they are good for you or not. Cortisol floods you with stress about things that are not actually dangerous. Testosterone makes you competitive and aggressive. Estrogen and progesterone cycle through moods you cannot control. You did not ask for any of this. You are a walking chemistry set, and the experiment was designed by natural selection, which does not care if you are happy. Natural selection cares if you survive long enough to reproduce. That is it. Your happiness is not part of the equation. The Buddha figured this out 2,500 years ago when he said that life is suffering and the cause of suffering is craving. He was describing the same system. So what is the solution? The Stoics have an answer, and it is more practical than you might think. The core Stoic insight is the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to you. Some things are not. Your body's chemical reactions are not up to you. You cannot stop the initial spike of anger or lust or jealousy. Those arrive unbidden, like rain. But what you do next is up to you. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is your power to choose. Viktor Frankl, who survived Auschwitz, wrote about this exact thing. The guards could take everything from him except one thing: his ability to choose his response. The Stoics trained themselves to widen that space. They practiced negative visualization, imagining the worst so the real thing could not surprise them. They practiced voluntary discomfort, fasting and cold exposure, so their bodies would not control their minds. They journaled every night, reviewing their reactions, asking, did I act according to reason or according to impulse? This is not suppression. Suppression is pretending the feeling does not exist. This is observation followed by choice. The feeling arrives. You see it, you name it, and then you decide what to do with it. Nietzsche takes a different but complementary path. The Stoics want to master the self. Nietzsche wants to overcome the self entirely. The Übermensch creates his own values. He does not follow the morality handed to him by society. He does not obey the instincts handed to him by biology. He says yes to life on his own terms. Nietzsche would laugh at the idea of being a slave to your own dopamine. He would say, you know the chemical is manipulating you, and you still let it? Where is your pride? Where is your will? The Übermensch treats his own psychology as raw material. He sculpts himself. He does not wait to become who he is. He decides who he will be and then becomes it. This is the active version of self-overcoming. The Stoics are defensive. They protect against impulse. Nietzsche is offensive. He remakes the impulse itself. But here is the crucial question. If you shut down all the noise, if you stop being driven by lust and jealousy and anxiety and the need for validation, will you still feel alive? Or will you become a robot? A hollow man who has silenced everything, including joy? This is the fear that keeps most people from even trying. The answer is that you will feel more alive, not less. Because right now, your emotions are not really yours. They are automatic programs running on ancient hardware. You are not experiencing life. You are having experiences happen to you. There is a difference. When you eat because you are hungry, that is instinct. When you eat because you have chosen to nourish your body, that is agency. The same action, but one is slavery and the other is freedom. A Stoic does not feel less. A Stoic feels more. Because every feeling is chosen, not compelled. Joy that you choose is sweeter than pleasure that hijacks you. The path forward is simple to describe and brutally hard to walk. Step 1. Learn to observe your own mind without judgment. Meditation is the basic training. Sit and watch your thoughts. See them arise and pass. Notice that you are not your thoughts. You are the thing that notices the thoughts. Step 2. Identify your triggers. What makes you jealous? What makes you angry? What makes you lustful? Write it down. Map the territory. You cannot overcome what you cannot see. Step 3. Insert the pause. When the trigger fires, do nothing. Count to 10. Breathe. Let the chemical wave pass. It always passes. Every emotion is temporary if you do not feed it. Step 4. Choose your response consciously. Not what you were programmed to do. What you, the real you, actually wants to do. This is the practice. It is not about perfection. It is about getting 1% better every day at being the author of your own life instead of a character in someone else's story.